Just by driving around the lake, we can see the major contrast between beautiful homes and lifestyles such as the people who live here versus people who are struggling to survive on the streets.
Well, some people come to the bank for money, other people come to the bank for shelter. This little crevice provides the perfect escape from the elements for people who cannot afford homes.
Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Activities that people usually do in private, such as bathing and storing personal belongings, can't be done in a private space when you're homeless. Homeless people have to live outside on public streets. Oftentimes, the activities that they do are illegal because they have no other place to do those activities. This is a violation of basic human rights, since these people are unfairly blamed for their condition.
People across Minneapolis have heartbreaking stories. For example, one woman came up to us begging for money because she needed to take her and her daughters to a women's shelter because she feared her husband. The most heartbreaking thing, you don't even know if she's telling the truth. Some people literally have these heartbreaking stories and are fearing their lives, and others are frauds looking for money. In 1991, the Wilder Foundation, in their first year of studies, found that 3,079 people were homeless or in transitional homing or shelters. This number they thought was estimated to be a little low, and the actual number was probably more likely around 3,500.
In 2009,
They counted a staggering 9,654 people in transitional housing, shelters, or on the streets. Although they expect this number to be more around 13,100. 3,251 children were found with their families on the streets, homeless.
perhaps even more alarming,
Was the 1,268 homeless youth found on their own. These children have no parents to help them through these terrifying times. 1,041 of these youth were aged from 18 to 21, and 227 of these youth were aged 17 and under. They recorded interviews with 12-year-olds found on their own. Many people in Minnesota were not always homeless. 40% report losing their jobs before having to turn to the streets for their life. 46% of homeless adults report having a chronic illness before going homeless. Perhaps they had to pay for their medical bills and could no longer afford their homes, hence they're going homeless. 55% of homeless victims have a serious mental health issue, a condition they cannot control, but that will always control their life.
everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of himself and of his family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, and necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Article 25. 700 of
The adult homeless people have served our country in the armed force. Nearly 44% of these people have reported serious health issues. How can we allow the people who served our country to end up on the streets?
Broken bottles on the children's feet, bodies strewn across a dead end street.